Alright, my friends. We have a little bit smaller class today than we expected, but that's okay. We still will do our thing, huh? Why don't we start with telling each other good morning? How about that? Can you push it for me, please? Oh. It was just working. Good morning. Good morning. Great. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Nate. Good to see you. Hope you're in a better mood. James, can you tell good morning to teachers?
Good morning.
Good morning, James.
All right, James, turn around.
Turn around, please. Need to turn around, honey. Thank you. Hi. Alright, so on Friday we started talking about Black History Month, and we were talking about Dr. Martin Luther King, how he was fighting for equality for all people and fighting for civil rights, right? Let's repeat our vocabulary words for this lesson. We were talking about segregation. Nate, remember? We were talking about segregation on Friday. What is segregation? Do you think it's when people protest and don't buy something? Or do you think it's when people are separated by color, doing different things? What is segregation? What do you think? That's right. This is picture that's showing segregation. Segregation, it's when people were not allowed to do the same things, when they had to go to different schools, to ride different places on the buses, huh? Segregation. James, we were talking about segregation on Friday, huh? Segregation. Let's see. Which picture showing segregation? Do you think it's this, when you protest and don't want to buy something? Or this picture, when people have to use different water fountain because they're different colors? That's right, James. Good job. Good choice. This picture showing segregation. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Now, how about another vocabulary word we talked about? Equality. Equality, when people are having the same rights and allowed to do the same things. Which picture shows equality? This one or this one? Look, think about it. On this picture, there is a person who's standing all alone and he's not allowed to be with everybody else. And on this picture, people of different colors holding hands. So which picture shows equality? This or this? So, good try, but actually this picture shows equality, huh? When people are all the same. Remember we talked about it. James, which of these pictures shows equality? This one or this one? Good job, James. You are a smart boy. You are a smart boy. Now, we also were talking about such a thing as a boycott. Boycott, when people refuse to buy something or use some service. So which picture would show boycott? This or this? Yeah, you showed right first time. That's good, Nate. Yeah, thank you so much. James, turn around please, honey. Thank you. Remember our vocabulary word? Boycott. The Which picture shows boycott? When you protest and don't buy some service or some products. This one or this one? Thank you, James. That's a good choice. Good job. So we were talking about all these words because we were talking about people who were fighting for civil rights because they were not allowed to do the same things. Now I wanted to do a little experiment and ask you to close your eyes. Can you close your eyes for me? Close your eyes, please. Can you close your eyes and give me a hand? I want you to touch these babies. One baby doll and another baby. Look, if you close your eyes and you don't look, you cannot tell any difference because people all the same. They all have legs and arms, and they have body, and they have brain and heart, and they all have dreams and goals, and they all smart, and they want to have a good job and have a good life. Everybody the same inside. This is just difference in appearance, and all people allowed to be happy. That's why people fighting for civil rights. They want to have the same chances in life. You see? This baby and this baby, they need to have the same rights. Okay? So, we're going to talk today about another person who were fighting for civil rights. And this is Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks got famous for situation that happened on a bus with her, and we're going to talk about it. First, let's watch a little video that will tell us about Rosa Parks.
She sat down to stand up for civil rights. 90 years ago, when Rosa Parks was growing up in Alabama, life was very unfair in the world she lived in. Black and white people were not treated equally, even though under the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, the law said they must be. Instead, the government came up with a trick called separate but equal, which meant that people could still be segregated by race and skin color. In bathrooms, in shops, in restaurants, and at drinking fountains. Not very equal, right? Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, 1913. Her mother was a teacher and her father was a carpenter. When her parents separated, she moved to Montgomery in Alabama to live on her grandparents' farm. From there, she had to walk to school. Only white kids could use the bus. When her grandmother became sick and needed care, she was forced to quit school and look after her. At 19, Rosa met Raymond Parks, a barber and political activist in the fight for equal rights. They fell in love and soon they got married. Now, with his encouragement, she went back to study and finished high school. At that time, less than 7% of the Black community graduated high school, so Rosa already stood out from the rest. After graduating, she settled into married life and took on a bunch of jobs, like doing laundry,